Kicking off our 1600 level puzzle solving. Our knight's hanging. Oh, this one's tough, man. This one's tough. So first things first. At the 1600 level, you're gonna need to work through puzzles more than 1 or 2 moves. I'm gonna give you a hint. It's got something to do with this knight. The knight's got no moves, except taking your bishop. So if this bishop didn't exist, this would trap the knight. Thank you so much. Thank you for that, man. And I'll definitely share it right after. So you gotta take the knight with check. That opens up the bishop. Then you take the bishop, and then you trap the knight. So it's a 3-move combo where you clear out the space, and then you play b4 and trap the knight. Hard puzzle, man. Hard puzzle, but again, it has to do with the fact that that knight is precariously placed. It is on the edge of the board. You take the knight, you take the bishop, you get rid of it, and boom, the knight's trapped. It's got nowhere to go. It's got nowhere to go. That is not a 1300 level puzzle. That is BS. Alright. They're threatening mate. Our king's got no moves. So how are we going to get out of this? Oh, this one's also very nice. This one is also very nice. This is a 6-move combo. Start with a check. Start with a check. King cannot go up because of the knight. Start with a check. The bishop comes back and blocks. Sacrifice the rook. The king takes. And since the bishop moved, now you have this. Now you might stop here because that's not mate. That's not mate. The rook can go back and block and you would go, oh, this doesn't work. But wait a second. Wait a second. This rook is protecting this rook. Hello? Let's not forget, your brain doesn't let you take the rook because it's guarded. But when the rook leaves, you can take the rook. So it would be check, here, check, here, check, here, check, here, and at the very end of this, your knight survives, but the rook doesn't, and you're up a knight. So, check, bishop has to block. Whoops, bishop has to block. You take. And the reason why you don't play knight h6 or knight e7 is very easy. That doesn't help you get out of getting mated. Right? You don't need to think about getting mated, right? So, knight here, king here, knight back, king keeps coming. So, this is a very nice long combination. You don't take the rook here because your rook is hanging. Check. And we keep going. Alright. What? Oh, I thought black was just up a full rook here. I still don't have the answer for this one. Now I do. This one's... Okay, this one's very tricky. This is very hard. Does anybody in chat have this yet? I'm gonna give you a hint. It has to do with this knight's positioning. So right now, we're... Oh man, this is a material puzzle. This is not gonna be... So we look at check, but then the king just takes. This one is... Wow, this one is very hard. Very hard. No one has it yet. Okay, someone has it. Someone has it. It's taking the bishop, then taking the pawn, and the knight is trapped. And after you win the knight, you have a 4-pawn endgame advantage. So it's this, the knight is trapped, and then you're up 4 pawns in the endgame. It's not taking the bishop, it's not taking the knight, and then king f6, because that doesn't even mate the opponent, because the opponent has this, and not to mention if you take, and go king f6, they make a queen. So, let's not allow them to make a queen. It's this, and then trapping the knight, and the check doesn't do anything, because you just go here, and you just have so many... Oh, 1674 is such rubbish. This is like a 2000 level puzzle. This is way too hard. But I'll give you a hint. Go through checks, captures, and attacks. No, you cannot show a puzzle because we're in the middle of doing puzzles. It is ridiculous of you to suggest over the course of 10 minutes to hijack my stream with an example that your coach showed you. That is not how streaming works. Please stop asking for it repetitively. So, the way you go through this is you look for checks, capture, right? And then you don't have another check because he just takes. You don't have any captures except this, followed by this, and you don't have any attacking moves. right? You don't have any attack. Like, what can you attack here? Right? So you take, and now the knight is stuck. There you go. So, but that is not a 1674 puzzle. Anyway, I'm recording this for the YouTube folks, so they're going to be really confused, but don't beg for stuff. Big suggestion in life. Why not knight e5 to escape? Oh, I should have shown that, huh? g5 check. g5 check, and then, yeah. Okay. Ooh, what is this? What is this? This is... Oh, wow. It is not King H. Guys, haven't you learned anything? Checks first. Checks first. Check. Forcing the king back. Then you want to play rook h8 mate, but it's not mate because the king can come this way. So what do you do then? You make a checkmate net. You make a checkmate net. You move your king up one square and threaten this. The only way this works is if black has no way to check you. And since the king is stuck, the queen is stuck over here, there's no way to check your king. If you play rook h8, the king just gets away. And you have no discover check because the king's on a light square. So here, and the king, the queen sacrifices itself. If the king tries to run away, then it is on a dark square. You play check, you win the queen. This would not work if there was a check, like on g1. This just wouldn't work. But, boom. Look for checks first. Check. Also check. Which one of these is right? Oh, this one's tough. I know a puzzle is tough if I don't have the solution within a second. Oh wait, isn't this bishop hanging? Isn't this bishop hanging? I mean, not like right now, but okay. What if I go check here, check here, and just take the bishop? What if I just play check, 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 and then I take the bishop? That's one idea. I also am thinking to push the pawn first, because then if here I can make a queen. This is a... Ooh. Okay, this might officially be our first tricky puzzle. What you're worried about in that position after check, 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 and here is perpetual. So check, king g2, here, queen f2. Maybe you throw in this move or this move. Ah. This is tricky. This is a very tricky puzzle. I don't know the answer to this one. I mean... Oh! Wait, no, I don't know. Should we do the simple thing and just take the piece? Maybe we just go for the piece take. Okay. I guess we just go for the piece take. I'm not really sure why this is right. Because I mean, because there honestly was some way to throw in a check and force, I don't know. I don't know why that was right, but there you go. Don't overcomplicate matters, you know? Just don't overcomplicate. I don't know. I'm not confident in that answer, but all right. This is pawn end. This is a knight versus pawn endgame. So push here, push. Isn't the pawn just promoting? Push here, take, you know, a6 here, a7. Isn't that just we just push the a pawn? Okay. This is a terrible puzzle. I literally pushed the pawn 3 times. Push, push, push. Puzzle solved. Cool. Very, very... Okay. I mean, here you just need to know how to defend pawn endgames. Where do we move the king, ladies and gentlemen? Which one of these is a draw and which of these is a loss? So you gotta go straight back. You gotta know how to defend pawn endgames. And then you gotta go straight forward. Very difficult endgame. Oh boy, that was so challenging. I want to take the queen. I can't because I'm pinned. Oh, this one's nice, though. This one's nice. Take with check, and then you can get your king out of the pin via forcing nature. Long castles with a check. Long castles with a check. And then the queen is gone. Kaboom and kablam. 18 points! Opa! Long castles with a check. And then you will take. Okay. This is not mate in one. Because you are in check. So you need to play a move with your king. Although it's not very difficult. I mean, you only have one move. So the question is, do you play c5 or do you play king f6? If you play c5, no, you probably just play king f6, right? Why on, like, there's no reason to play c5. So king f6. Oh, I know what it is. Bishop, rook, queen. That's the hint. That's the hint. Bishop, rook, and queen. So king f6. Oh, okay, well, bishop, rook, and queen, you have to give this check. In the middle of all of this chaos, you need to give the check and win the queen. That's what you have to do. You have to give the discovered check and pick up the queen. So I think it's this, and then you win the queen. That's also very challenging, because most people would be tempted to take the bishop, but that breaks the rule! It's not breaking the rules! You gotta give the check first! Bishop c5 check! Then you take the queen. See? It all boils down to the rules. You go, oh, I missed that. Well, why didn't you follow the rules? Why didn't you look for the checks first? Right? Like, you play the auto move, but it's, you know... Okay. Check. No. Oh, but this one's nice. This one's nice. Okay, so then you look at this. That doesn't work because the queen takes. And, you know, this one's nice. What's the third most forcing move in chess? The attack. The attack. Why is this the right answer? Well, it traps the queen. It traps the queen, and if they take, then you take. Because the queen no longer guards the pawn, because the pawn is here. They take back, you play queen takes, and it's mate. Because queen, king, got no moves, and the hardest thing to spot in all of this is the bishop covers that square. Because this pawn's moved. So it's rook g6, here, here, plus 10. 1608 is bullshit. I mean, this puzzle is not a 1608 puzzle. Alright, check, king takes, nothing. Big hint, we're down material in this puzzle, we gotta win material. I think it's knight c4. Because the king is the only guarder of this rook, so we go check. Oh, but this is tricky. Guys, do we take the rook? What do we do here? Do we take the rook or not? Wasn't that our whole idea? To take the rook? Or not? Don't break the rules. Don't break the rules. Rook a1. You know why rook c2 is wrong? Because you're gonna get mated. And the way you could have seen this for yourself is if you looked at checks for your opponent. So it's rook a1. And now you're gonna take this rook with a check, and now you have to find rook d2 check, and that's it. Alright, we're gonna do a couple of more. What the hell is this garbage? Check and check? What? What? Am I stupid? What am I missing here? Check? What? 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 Okay. Whatever. Whatever. Alright, no checks. The only capture I have is this, and it does not look like after that I have anything. Can I attack anything? I'm seeing this pin. I like this pin. I don't see anything there. Rook e8 looks very natural. Threatening, I'm not sure what, but maybe something. I feel like it's rook e8, but I don't really know why it's rook e8. Does rook e8 have a... I mean, rook e8, he can check me, but then I just block. What is the threat on rook e8, though? What am I threatening? Am I threatening to take, and give mate somehow? Some check? Yeah, probably there is a mate. I mean, it's most likely some move like rook e8. It's the only move that makes... Rook e7 also makes a little bit of sense, but... Rook e7 isn't as threatening, because then you take and the bishop comes back. So it's probably rook e8. Although I might be wrong. I might just... I don't know. I might just be missing something very obvious. Here? Okay. Ah, and here you have to find a nice move. You have to find a nice move here. It's the fact that this rook is guarding this rook. So instead of taking this rook, you have to find queen takes f7. And the rook can't take you because of this. And the bishop can't take you because back rank. Oh, whoa, 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 wait. Wait. The bishop can get back in time. It's not so easy. Wait. Wait a second. So, here. Can you get in with the rook? Is that winning? Yeah, that's winning. That's a win. Because he can only check you on these two squares. Yeah, that's winning. Okay. So, bishop here, rook here, and the only two checks available for the opponent are on that diagonal, and I mean, you can just run your king or block, and that's a winning endgame. Alright, let's solve two more, and we will be done for today. Checks, captures, attacks. I see a check, he takes, no follow-up. I can take this, he takes, and then I have baited the queen on the same file as my rook, which means that this pawn is pinned, which means I can take the rook, which means if he takes me back, I will take a free queen. Boom, and boom, and boom. That took 30 seconds. I just focused on that side of the board. I take the rook, he takes. My rook, dynamic, right? Take the rook. It's no longer protected because the rook on the other, the queen on the other end is going to be hanging. Checks, captures, attacks. Check, capture. What? What is this? Check. How is that how do 50% of people fail this puzzle? What? Oh, people probably take with the bishop. People probably take with the bishop and they go, I'm attacking the rook, so it's correct. Dude, just keep it simple, dude. Just take with the queen. Because bishop here, you're gonna get hit with b6. The puzzle is that if you play bishop here, you're pinning yourself. And then bishop here, you take the rook, I take your queen. Right? So just take with the queen, dude. Anyway, that concludes our 1800 puzzle run. And we'll try to climb to 2000 in the next video.